Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm coming to y'all with another vlog, man. This is gonna be probably the last vlog for this 2021 year. So I wanted to take the time while I'm in the office, kind of chilling, reflecting on everything, to really detail or talk about what I've learned in this short time span, getting back into the music business and how things have changed and all that kind of stuff. So let me sit up, man. So it's been interesting, man. Like, released some old music back in May of this year, um, and since then, I think so far we've streamed, or I've streamed as an artist, roughly right under 1 million streams, which seems like a lot, but really in the grand scheme of things, it ain't that much. I've learned a lot about how streaming works and how to promote on streams. So let me just talk about the pros and cons to streaming. So let me just say the quick little backstory. I'm a CD person. Like when I first started doing music way back in the late '90s, CDs were a thing. It was we could press up 1,000 CDs, sell them over a week, and you got your bread. You can go print them up, and literally you can go city to city. You can go as far as your hustle will take you. City to city, you can make money. Stores were taking CDs, much different. So the streaming thing, I've been dipping my toe in the water a little bit, learning about streaming, but now I learned quite a bit about it as well. Um, can you make a living from streaming? It's possible. You can't necessarily make a living from it. Um, Honestly, I think an artist, an independent artist, should more so think about trying to take some money from streaming and use it to promote yourself. What I will say is, I'm going around and around, but what I will say is, for a new artist, if you are trying to get in the music game, you can get your money a little bit faster with streaming than you can with the CDs. Now, with CDs, you're competing with a lot of people. You're trying to get people to buy your music. They really need to know who you are. You had to have features on your album. Like my first album, I had Lil Flip, Too Short, Nitro. I had people on my album, so it was easier for me to sell. Um, so that's a little bit different. With streaming, though, what I've noticed is that what you don't necessarily the thing that hindered artists back then was their ability to travel. Like if you could sell out in your hood, you can make a little money, but to make more money, you have to really expand your hustle, and it costs money to get into other markets. Like you either had to drive there and do it yourself, which took time and a little money, or you had to pay a promoter that worked in that city or a radio station in that city to promote you to get on. Well, the streaming thing, the platforms have eliminated that completely. Like I could post something on Twitter, Instagram, and somebody way across the world could see it. Streaming works the exact same way. So I noticed when I'm looking at my analytics from the year, I mean, it's like 100 and something, 140 different countries that streamed and made up that, million streams for the year. So that would have never happened back in 2002 or 99 or 2003 or hell 2006 for that matter. So that's different because you really, again, it doesn't matter who you know. Back then when we were doing it, you had to impress the people that were around you first. I mean, those are the people that are going to be buying your CDs and coming to your shows and all that. Man, now you can put out music, man, and you don't know who's listening to it. I mean, someone's going to listen to it. You're going to have fans that you didn't even know. Um, so now, like, I'm realizing that these million streams that we got, I guarantee you, they didn't come from the people that are around me, like the people that I know, or even my friends. They came from people that didn't even know who I was, or whatever the case may be. So that was cool. Um, did a few shows and stuff like that this year, man, and really I wanted to kind of see what the road was like. We did a bunch of different cities, little dates here and there. And what I've learned, man, is that, man, the game is kind of wild, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I seen a lot of guys, put it like this: if you want to be a rapper today, I mean, you can literally jump in the game and be a rapper like today. Like literally drop a song from your phone, have it online, do a trailer, do a video, and then have a show that Friday. Like if you're willing to pay to get on, like there's a lot of these paying to perform. It seems like that's what the whole chilling circuit is. Like it ain't no like, man, you might get a gig, open it up for somebody, or there's no opening acts. Let me put it like that. The opening acts are somebody paying for. Like that was always the case a little bit back then, but we were paying to like perform like at Summer Jam, or we were paying to perform like opening for a major act. You know what I'm saying? But I'm noticing like these shows I've been doing, man, the opening acts for these shows, they all pay to get on, and or they pay to get into the club. So now you're doing a show in front of other rappers or other, and really you can't build a fan base like that. Like you can't build a fan base performing in front of other rappers. Number one, rappers don't listen to each other. You know what I'm saying? Um, Especially if you performing on the same night that they performing on, they ain't gonna listen to your music. So I would advise you guys, after what I've seen this year, is man, don't bypass the opening performance thing. Take that money you're gonna spend to perform and promote yourself, man, and be patient. I know you want to get it overnight. I know you want to jump out there and get on stage the next weekend, but take your time. Be patient, man. Trust me, the calls will come. Once you get popping, man, the calls will definitely come. The other thing I would suggest you guys do, and what we're going to do going into 2022, is I noticed that artists don't really throw their own events like they used to. We used to put on shows all the time. We bring like Juvenile down here, or Too Short down here, Flip. We brought Flip down to Dallas several times. You know, one time we brought Mac 10 down here for Grandly PV weekend. So I'm noticing that they don't even do that hustle at all no more. You know what I mean? And with the world kind of opening back up, at least here in Texas, that's a good way to kind of not only expose you to real fans, but also make a little money. So we're going to try that a lot in 2022, actually putting on our own shows and bringing some artists down that kind of fit our music and get that going. But that's one thing I noticed, that really guys weren't really doing it a lot. There's a lot of places out there. Well, there's even more places now to perform too. Like, you don't necessarily have to rent out the same venues anymore. There's lounges, there's hookah bars, there's all kind of little stuff you can perform at, man. So that opens up the doors now, I think, to put the events together. Guys just have to be scared to do that, because at the end of the day, let me ask you this question: what's more valuable to you as an artist or a record label? Let's just say as an artist, to get on the flyer, to have your name on the flyer, picture on the flyer for someone you paid to perform, or spending the same money hooking up with a lounge or a restaurant where you can do something, perform or whatever, and promote yourself as being there. You know what I mean? If you want to charge open the spots, go for it. But you gotta promote yourself as the artist, man. That's one thing I don't really understand why guys are still doing that. You really got to promote yourself as art. There's plenty of places around here that'll let you come in there on a Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes a Thursday night when they ain't getting that much crowd, and let you do it. But you have to put your neck out there and believe in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Versus you paying $50, $100, and all you doing is performing in front of a bunch of other rappers, man. That ain't gonna work. I'd rather perform in front of 20 fans than 100 rappers any day of the week. So, but again, that part of the game ain't really changed. It's always gonna be someone in the game that's gonna be out there taking your money, man, at some kind of way. So we're gonna get back into doing that, man. 2022. Also, too, I've learned that, man, music, man, like it's when you're promoting your music, right, you can definitely jump on these blogs and Instagram pages pretty cheap. Like you can pay for a post. You can pay for almost anything. Some of these big platforms you guys think that are hard to get into, you can definitely get on. Like you could drop a video on Wordstar, next week. You could jump on, some of these other platforms, Instagram pages, pretty easy. And I'm surprised why a lot of guys don't do that. That's just a good way to get it out there. YouTube is not easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just drop a video on YouTube without no real buzz or following and expect people to jump on it. I know you can buy views, but it's really pointless to spend the money buying views. I'd rather spend the money to actually, buy posts on some of these guys' pages. So I would recommend that, you do that. Don't just buy views, buy posts. You know what I'm saying? That's even better. Then you're getting 10,000 views, 20,000 views, 50,000 views from people that will listen, at least to see the video versus paying for 50,000 views on YouTube from somebody in India, a machine in India rather. That's the other thing I learned. Also, man, these playlists, man, when you really promote your music, especially with like Spotify, playlists are essential. I mean, if your music is not on playlists, it will not get discovered, brother. I'm just gonna tell you that straight up. You need to promote these playlists. Like early on, I bought a playlist guide that had like all these playlists and email addresses for these people that have playlists. It was relatively inexpensive. I bought it, and that's become my list of contacts. Whenever we get ready to drop something, send something out, I bombard them, with a little write-up about the song, link to the song, and the playlists are really what drove the streaming numbers. You know what I mean? So don't when you see like playlist promotion and promoting the playlist, man, do it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way. The playlist is the radio. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? You could get more streams and more done by marketing a certain playlist than you can by getting spins in a small town. Like for real. Like the playlist is the radio. The playlist is the DJ. You know what I mean? Even like working with some of these DJs I've met over this year, they all want you to promote with them, spend money with them so they can put you on their playlist, right? Not just so they can play in the club. Outside of certain cities, hell, it ain't that many people in the club, to be honest with you. It may look like it, but it really ain't that many people in the club like there used to be. You know what I'm saying? So the playlist is like critical, brother. Like you gotta have a playlist out there. You know what I'm saying? Internet radio, when it first started, we were kind of the forefront of that. I remember we had a internet radio station for a long time. Nobody would listen to it. Nobody knew how to get to it. But times have changed, so don't discount that. You know what I'm saying? And then too, don't discount other platforms. Like when you drop music now, it's just as important to have it on social media as it is to have it on Spotify, Apple. TikTok is big. You know what I mean? We dropped my buddy, my partner just dropped a little comedy, really just him, like a little comedy album that he put together. And the first single he dropped from the comedy album was like a skit he did about Bill Cosby. And in the first month, he did 200,000 streams on TikTok, right? People using it for videos. It got him a check. So that's just as important. Those things are becoming more important or just as important as Apple or Spotify now. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do to switch that up, but definitely. As y'all know, we pressed up CDs this year. The CDs did pretty well. Y'all saw videos where I went into CD stores and showed y'all kind of what was going on. Make sure you go back and check that out. But CDs are still good. But really, next year we're going to be focusing on records, actual vinyl. Vinyl is a higher price point. It's more expensive to manufacture, but the price point's higher, and they're actually outselling CDs right now. So we're gonna jump into the vinyl game next year as well too. Um, I'm also learning too, man, as an older artist, man. In order for you to kind of make some real money at it, you gotta be consistent. Like for instance, like I know when I drop an album now, I can expect maybe 1 million streams a year, right, from the album. So what happens if I drop 4 or 5 albums, right? The numbers should go up. So my recommendation would be for the older guys that have a catalog, drop your old catalog, put out your new stuff, mix it up. Matter of fact, you could take some songs even that are already had on platforms, using the ISRC code for the songs, as long as you own them, and mix them up and make a whole nother album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do something totally different and still keep them streams rolling. So, but yeah, man, I'm gonna keep coming to y'all with some more videos and stuff for next year, man. But I wanted to say thank y'all for tuning in to the channel. Thank y'all for watching, man. Thank y'all for all the support. We got big things coming, man. Blowfire's coming. I think he's dropping probably 4 projects next year, man. I got about 4 I could drop as well too, and then we're gonna do two projects together. A Sad Boys album that's gonna be all the old music that we did that never came out, and then a new one as well too. So we got a lot going on. We're going straight no limit 2022, man. I'm trying to release as many projects as I can in 2022. So we going all out there, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Have a good new year, and we talk to y'all in 2022. Peace.